I'm not sure you can really avoid the dark side. I think a better perspective would be to try and accept it. Accepting the elements of the dark side and try to devise your own way of addressing this, because every facilitator has a very unique combination of skills. Every facilitator has a very different personal history. So approaches that people take in order to tackle the dark side would be really different depending on those circumstances. However, I think I will be able to give you a couple of tips. So one thing is the multiplicity of knowledges that you need to be a successful facilitator. As I said before, it is very difficult for one person working on their own to possess all those skills. So what's the solution here? Knowing what your strengths are and engaging with those people with whom you can work and who can complement your strengths, and in working together you will have the combination of skills which will enable you to facilitate together. For example, if you are a clinician with a strong nursing background, great understanding of how nursing works, and you have a clear idea about how to implement an improvement project in nursing, you might need someone who has data analysis or managerial experience to make sure that your project is strengthened. So working together as a team, you are likely to achieve more than working on your own. Another thing I would say is finding your own way your own way of dealing with the difficulties of being in between. And different people approach this subject differently. Some people find it very beneficial to talk to other facilitators, creating some sort of facilitators community of practice where people can come together for a coffee, or they can talk online or over the phone and just in a therapeutic way potentially share their frustrations. Sometimes this is work, sometimes this could work. Another thing is to understand the potential benefits of being in between, because it's not all dark. Yes, you do lack guidance. Yes, you don't necessarily know what's the next stage in your career pathway if you are in between. But at the same time, by bringing different people together, by creating your own unique portfolio of skills, you might be able to carve your own unique role and occupy a very unique niche that nobody else in the organization might be able to occupy as successfully. So it's always a trade-off. Yes, you have to constantly explore and you have to be inventive, but on the other hand, if you do that successfully, then you can have quite an interesting and rewarding career. And one more thing that we have to say when talking about tackling the dark side is actually always remembering that when you're a facilitator, it's not all about you. It's also about those people with whom you work, who at the end must have some skills and knowledge that you can transfer to them. So this learning component of facilitation is extremely important. Unfortunately, because our healthcare systems are often preoccupied by targets and quantifiable performance metrics, a lot of emphasis is directed towards meeting those objectives. And the softer skills, the learning potential is sometimes neglected. So I would say of all the elements of the dark side, this one, being able to induce learning, is the most difficult to implement.